Okay, here we are again. Just came out of the shower here. And something just hit me. It's Monday, April the, what? April the 5th? 6th? April the 6th. And tomorrow, Michelle and I are destined to Boston. We are heading down to Boston for two separate reasons. One is that we are going to get a second opinion consult from a EHE specialist at the Dana-Farber cancer cancer hospital, I guess. I'm not sure exactly the formal name, but at the same time, we're going for a second opinion consult for her. And further to that, the main part of the trip is that I am going down to experience a screening process with a partner of ours called Peace of Mind Health, or for short, it's called POM Health. So we were put in touch with POM Health several months ago, and we have taken the time to build a bit of a relationship with them. And the first part of that relationship is to hopefully show Shell's community, and everybody for that matter, what early screening, the early screening process is for early cancer detection, and also to give myself an opportunity to see if I have cancer, essentially. So up until, well, just now actually, we've gone through the logistics of the trip, car rentals, hotel, that kind of thing, and what's it going to be like when we get there, and so on and so forth. We're going to visit my aunt for a short period of time, having some breakfast. But then I got to thinking to myself, okay, so we're going for an early cancer detection screening process on the cutting edge of medical science, and we're going through a barrage of different tests, and it just kind of dawned on me foolishly that, well, what if they find something? So what if they find something? And it kind of a little bit hit me yesterday, or maybe it was the day before, when somebody actually asked me, Ty, are you nervous? And I'm like, nervous? No, why am I nervous? Because I almost default to the fact that, oh, they won't find anything, so there's nothing to be nervous about. I'm just going through this process out of necessity to show Michelle's community what it's like. But at the end of the day, they're sending me through this process, and they're going to try and detect any cancerous cells or cancerous masses that are going to be found in my body, if there is any to be found. And so I'm not nervous, but at the same time, that gets me thinking that I should be nervous, because what if they do find something? And there's a whole bunch of ramifications that go along with it. What if they do find something? There's a whole bunch of ramifications for me as a person myself, as a father, as a husband in general, but also in the fact that I do play a bit of a caretaker role. So what does that look like for me in order to being able to provide my physical self to my wife, my emotional self to my wife, whom has cancer? So those questions are starting to pop into my mind. And, I've used the line that, information is ultimately all I'm going to get at that time. And I'm happy to have the information, but at the same time, it will be a whole new storm that we'll have to deal with. And, I'm anticipating that storm. I do not think that I will have to deal with that storm, because I feel like I'm in great health. I have lots of energy. I'm able to show up for my family. I'm able to show up for myself. I'm able to show up to the gym and make sure that I service my body appropriately, and build myself up to be able to provide for them. But at the same time, strange things happen, and people are asymptomatic at times before they end up finding their cancer. So, this is a possibility. So those ideas are swirling around in my mind now. What if this is actually... What if they do actually find something? So, is that something that would keep you from having that early detection, early cancer detection, procedures done? Do you have colonoscopies every year, or do you have endoscopies ever? Do you get blood work drawn? Is it an out of sight, out of mind kind of thing for you? For me, I'd like to have the information, but I don't know how I will process that information until I actually get it. So things may change, but things may stay just the same. But those are ideas that are swirling in my head right now that I have to unpack, compartmentalize appropriately, make sure that I'm validating them, but also make sure that I'm not catastrophizing things. So I am excited for this screening process. I am excited to get away on a trip with Michelle so we can actually, talk and not have it to be about her trial. We are going to vlog the entire experience. So I am excited to see, for everybody to see what that process is like, what it would look like for you, and maybe try and ground some of those mysteries and question marks for some people that have been like on the fence about whether or not they want to do early cancer detection screening. Anyway, hopefully everybody's had a great Easter weekend. We had a phenomenal Easter weekend, attended church, lots of time with family, and lots of love for everybody out there. Thank you so much.